Warhammer fans, please, someone in the comments below needs to tell me why everybody hates the Kurnothi so much. You know, the centaur, fawn elves. They're centaur and fawn elves. I think they're so cool. And it seems like every Warhammer player hates them. So, in the comments below, please let me know, because I don't understand. Hello and welcome to another episode of Blastercated Painting. Today we are going to continue our journey through Warhammer Quest Dark Water. With our goal is to paint all of it and to have videos for you guys to use. I am a little bit behind the content creators that got it, a month in advance, but we're going to do it anyways. And today we are painting Kelthannor. He's some sort of forest prince. There seems to be a lot of princes when it comes to elves and things like that. Apparently everyone's royalty. I guess that's what happens when you're immortal. Are elves immortal in Warhammer? Let me know that below in the comments as well, because I don't know. Anyway, let's paint it. First thing we did is give him a spray of gray and a dry brush of white. Looks good there. And then we're going to take some noble skin, and this is going all over the horse body. His horse body. I'm not really sure what he's a centaur, but not a centaur because he's an elf. So anyway, noble skin, and noble skin is one of those good speed paints that it actually goes on and dries smoothly. It's not as blotchy as some of the other paints, as long as you don't put it on too crazy thick. And also put this on his elf hair as well. Yeah. Next, we're taking some Carmine Dragon, and we're going to just wet blend that into the bottom of his dreadlocks there with that noble skin. He's got elf dreadlocks, I guess. And we're going to take some Dusk Red next, and this is going to go on the insides of all of that red leather armor trim. It's going to get gold around the trim later, but yeah, all that, I guess it's like woven leather. Anyway, it looks really nice. We're going to take some bright red and some Turnbull turquoise. Now we're going to put some bright red on these, what are they called? Fletchings? The feathers on the arrows, and then the bottom parts of the feathers on top of his headdress, so I assume they're made from the same feathers, the arrows, and then wet blend in the Turnbull turquoise up at the top of it, and yeah, just get that all wet blended in. Next, we're going to grab some Gore Grunta fur here. This is a nice orangey brown, and this is going to go on all of the leather straps. This part back here, which is also kind of like the woven armor, but I wanted it to look different because it's not armor. It's, a quiver of arrows. And yeah, so any of the leather parts. Next, we're going to take some camo cloak here, and this is going to go all over his cloak. Now, camo cloak is pretty good, but it can come out a little patchy. We are going to do some work later on to make that look a little bit better. Next, we're taking some peachy flesh and some Gilliman flesh. We're going to mix those two together, and yeah, that's going all over his skin. This actually makes a really nice flesh tone putting those two together. Next, we're taking some ochre clay, and this is going to go on his hooves and also the blade on his tail. I will actually forget to put it on the blade on his tail, but I'll put it on later, trust me. But yeah, hooves and tail blade. Okay, so I feel like the tail blade is very much like this is a character that's been created by committee. Somebody decided during the design process, so he's going to be centaur, he's going to be an elf, it's going to be really cool, and then someone was just like, tail blade! What? He needs a blade on his tail. Okay. It's an odd choice. Moving on. We're going to take some oak brown, and this is going to be the start of our highlights, and we're just going to start highlighting up all of the noble skin on the centaur body and the fur on there as well. And we can just kind of do what we always do, stay away from the recesses, just hit the high points, and leave that noble skin in the recesses. And yeah, this ends up looking pretty good. Oak brown is nice. We're going to take some Wyvern Fury next, and this is going to go as a layer up on all of those leather armor bits, the woven leather, which I really like the aesthetic of it. Like, it looks really cool. Next, we're taking some pure red, and we're going to do another layer up of all of that armor. Yeah, bringing it up to kind of the color we're aiming for. We're going to take some light brown next, and we're going to do a layer up on all of the leather. So over top of all that gore grunta fur, we want to bring up all those colors, lighten them up. Yeah, this is very intricate little work there all over his bracers and everywhere else, but yeah. And we're going to take some ivory, we're going to add that into our brown that we just used, and do another layer up on all of the leather. So again, stay away from the recesses and leave a little bit of our previous color there. This is basically just practicing layering, and yeah, this is just going to make all these colors pop out a lot more. Next, we're grabbing some radiant flesh, and we're going to do a layer up on all of his skin. That peachy flesh and Gilliman flesh is actually a really good mix, and if you wanted to, you could just leave it the way it was. I just want to add a little bit more pop into the character. I really want my heroes to at least stand out against my villains, because especially like the minions, we're going to do easier paint jobs on them. Washes, contrast paint, stuff like that. So I really want the heroes to kind of stand out. And we're going to take some basic skin tone. We're going to add that into our flesh that we just did, and we're going to do another layer up on all of the skin. Basically, again, just pop, pop, pop color, and really enhance our contrast and bring it out. And yep, we're going to add in a little bit of light flesh now, and this is just a tiny bit to just hit like the most raised areas. So sort of like an edge highlight on muscles, which is hard because there's an edge, they're rounded, but yeah. Now we're going to take some dark yellow green next, and this is going to be a layer up on all of that camo cloak that we did earlier. Dark yellow green is really nice. And we're going to add in a little bit of green skin, and we're going to do another layer up. So this is our highest layer up for this particular color. We're going to take some Amethyst Red, some Lava Orange, and some Deep Gray. The Amethyst Red is going to go all over the arrow feathers, and also on the tips of his dreadlocks where we put that Carmine Dragon earlier. And we're also going to take the Deep Gray. That's going to be a layer up on all the Noble Skin and Turnbull Turquoise on the feathers on his head. And the Lava Orange is going to go on the feathers on his head first. Just little tiny spots, bringing those up. And then also the edges of the feathers here. We're going to grab some khaki drill next. This is going to go on any of the wood elements, so his arrows and the wood parts of his bow. Next, we're taking some vampiric flesh, and we're going to do just some line highlights on his hooves. And we're going to take our glittering loot. This is going to be for all the gold, which there is a considerable amount, and it is all trimmed, so just go through carefully. We don't want to get it on any of the colors that we've already done. It might have helped to do this earlier, but no, it's better now. Anywhere where there's gold, basically. Check your reference photos. And plate mail metal is next, and this goes anywhere where there's silver. So there's a couple gems that he has, and also the arrow. Next, we're grabbing some Reichland Flesh Shade and some Speed Paint Medium. We're going to thin this down. It's going to go all over the gold. So it's going to basically be our gold metallic wash. I also am going to use this on the skin a little bit, just to sort of blend the skin together. And we're going to take some Shamrock Green and some Bright Red. The Bright Red is going to go on any of the gems, and the Shamrock Green's going in here, do his base, and he is done. So what do you guys think? That is the Forest Prince Kelthannor, or I don't know, he's some sort of prince. But anyway, I am actually quite proud of how he turned out. I think he looks really good. I think the skin worked out really well. I think the feathers on his head look really cool. I'm very, very happy with how he turned out. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below, along with all the other questions I've already asked. And as always, we want to thank our Patreon supporters, Charming Grenade, Richie Fender, LK, Blasterboy Mike, Stuart Drake, and Bowties and Bugbears. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. I honestly can't thank you guys enough. It means everything to me. Thank you. And thank you to all of you for watching today. Please remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff, and you guys have a great rest of your day.